Welcome, Taurus, to your love reading. This is a timeless love reading, which means I've not taken a fixed time for you. Collective Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, with Venus and Jupiter in your chart with regards to your love situation. Now, this situation that I'm going to be doing the spread for you will involve you and your partner as well, the person you love, the person you are connecting with at this point in time. All right. So, as we go along the road, we are going to look into the energies and we'll see what's going on for you, Taurus. All right, let's move into the reading, guys. Now, right away, you see the two set of cards I've got for you from the Romance Angel deck. This is yours, Taurus. You got three cards out here. All right, the first one is this beautiful card. Let me show you, which is calling in your soulmate. Look. Okay, all right. So next one is the religious factors, and the third is keep an open mind. Right here, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So out of the three card, right away, people, this is a twin flame soulmate connection straight away for you people, Taurus, the ones I'm tapping into that particular segment of Taurus for this reading here, guys. Now remember, energies are interchangeable, time is fluid, as always I tell people before I start the reading. So right away, Taurus, is what I'm getting for you guys is whoever you're connecting with, you know that person. You know this person to be your soulmate, to be a twin flame, because both of you guys have this beautiful card of religious factors sitting right in the middle. You know, when you talk about this card, the religious factors, it talks about, excuse me, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, which means, guys, is both of you people, the person you are connecting with is definitely your twin flame soulmate for sure. But apart from that, both you guys have a past life relationship, which also means that both of you people have come from two different kind of background. You know, when I say background, like you, Taurus, have a different upbringing. The other person you're connecting with has got a totally different upbringing. You know, even cultural values are different. Maybe economic conditions have been different. Whatever that situation is, there has been an X amount of difference between you and the person you love. Okay, now, but you know, apart from that, people, this person is somebody your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you together. So you know this person, Taurus, whoever it is I am in touch with in this reading. Okay, and they're telling you that this person not only differs from your usual type of expectation, but this person is your soulmate. So keep an open mind. You know, doesn't matter. This person could be absolutely culturally, spiritually, economically, emotionally, in whatever way, could be totally different from you, Taurus, and will be different because you got the religious factor. And this religious factor is a difference, people, from your childhood, not from an adult phase of your life. So it is a past life connection where both you people have had different upbringings, different religious roots, factors, cultural factors, economic background, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You know, all the differences. Now, when we come here, people, the other person, the cross watcher guys, you got this card in here, which says, let go of control issue, allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay, so the person you are in touch with, you know, whoever the cross watcher it is, I am talking to, people, you guys will have to let go of control issue if you have any here. Okay, and of course you have, you know, whoever it is I'm talking to, people, because of that they're saying that don't control this, you know, give this person, Taurus, the space, the time. Okay, and they know about the situation, they are working on something, they are also trying to bring things back into the place they have to. So don't try to jump on them. I mean, not offensive, but what I'm trying to say is don't invade in their space and time at this point, because they are too, they know about this entire story here, okay? That's what the entire part of the story. So because they know this, you don't have to control this. They will come to you naturally. Give them the time and that space to work on their own self in here, people. Okay, now I'm going to ask, I'll jump into the tarot here first, okay? I'm going to ask, this will be a little different spread, people, so I'm going to explain as we go along the way here, okay? Oh, and wait, hold on. The bottom of the deck, people, is chemistry. So both of you guys, y'all have a tremendous chemistry with one another, whosoever it is I'm looking into. There is a huge amount of magnetic attraction here, undoubtedly. Okay, and therefore, people, whatever you guys will be doing, whatever you are planning to do, please keep that space for one another during this portion, and don't try to invade that space, especially you, cross watcher. This person, Taurus, needs that time and the space, okay? And they know, see, they are also working here, people, because they have, I have a feeling that they have very recently woken up to the fact that this connection is divinely inspired. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So, which obviously, is like giving them the jitters, and not the jitters in the wrong way, but it's like all of a sudden, when you come to a realization of something that you had been probably not been aware of, or you had been looking for an answer before, or whatever that you had been doing, and then all of a sudden you're coming in contact with the truth. It's a little bit, you know what I mean to say? Not the it's not the way that a person can just fling their arms and open their arms and come to you running. They have to work on their own self too, because there is an awakening here, guys. Okay, there is a tremendous amount of awakening with Taurus, or with that group of Taurus I'm in touch with. All right. The first card here, guys, will represent you, Taurus, and it will represent your current feelings, your attitude, and expectation in this situation here. Okay, the deck has already been pre-shuffled. Can I have a card for Taurus that represents their current feelings, attitude, and expectation in this love situation? What do you have to tell Taurus from here, please, about the situation here? Their current feeling, their attitude, and their expectation out of this situation that they have in love at this point in time. Anything else you might have to say here? Okay. All right, boy. Let's put this on the side here for the moment. Let's ask for the same kind of card for the partner or the person they are in touch with. Can I have the card for the partner with regards to their current feeling, attitude, and expectation out of this situation with Taurus, please? For the cross watcher here, or for the partner they are in touch with during this point in time, or during this portion in time, please. What do you have to say for the cross watcher or the partner Taurus is in touch with regards with regards to their current feelings, their attitude and expectation out of this relationship with Taurus, please, with regards to this situation here? Okay. All right. Alright, I think we have your card as well here. Let's jump into the right here first. Hold on with me, guys. The third card, the third set of card will represent the characteristics that bring both of you together in this relationship here. Anything else you might have as the connection card here? What's the connection card here, please? Okay. What is the fourth portion here that talks about relationship strength here? What is that relationship strength we have, or the qualities that maintain this relationship? What are the qualities that is being projected to maintain this relationship here, please? What are the weaknesses in this relationship as well, please? What are the weaknesses here in this relationship here? Okay. And the last one will be the true love card here that identifies if this relationship can be successful and also highlights the areas that needs to be addressed here, please. What are the chances of this relationship being successful, and what are the areas that needs to be addressed during this portion in time with regards to the situation in love for Taurus here? Okay. I have all my cards, all my stuff is ready. Okay, let's jump into the reading, guys, and if we need to clarify, we will clarify it at a later time as we go along the way. Alright, Taurus, this is you. Represents your current feelings, your attitude, and your expression, and expectations here, okay? So what I'm getting out of these 5 cards in here right away, people, is your attitude was, and this attitude I'm getting is maybe an attitude, it's not right away an attitude, but this is an attitude you had towards this relationship, people. Okay? An attitude that spelled control for you as well, Taurus. Okay? And that control was quite a manipulative control that you had in yourself with regards to this love in here, or to this love situation, people. Okay? That was your attitude, but now that attitude is changing, that sense of control is changing. That feeling of, and that, okay, let me put it like this, that control, that sense of control, that urgency you had, Taurus, with regards to this love situation was more so because of your own self-worth and self-esteem. No offense, guys, okay, but that is what I'm getting, okay? Somewhere that portion of your story may have suffered, or you may have suffered, or you were probably this awakening that I was talking about in here. That awakening had not happened then. And that is the reason maybe, that you Taurus, um, you were trying to dominate that situation in your own way. Okay, that was your kind of an attitude towards this relationship, which is an attitude that is now going through a phase of change. Okay, from that portion, where you felt very um, should be in control, should be in, you know what I mean, that should hold everything under my wings kind of a situation. You have kind of learned your lesson, Taurus, because that situation that you were doing before, it really did not help you guys, to be honest, okay? It did not help you, and that is the reason you have gone through some good learning lessons in here, people. You have understood that that's not the way to work with this love in here or the love story in here. So that attitude towards that story, towards this relationship is going through a change, people. Okay, where now you're coming in contact with your self understanding of what you need to do, and what you need to build back in this relationship, what others expect out of you, okay, or what your partner expects out of you now, what you should be doing. What is that? What is that? So, from that very dark, negative kind of an energy, Taurus, you're coming to the understanding because of the lessons you have learned. Let me put it very simply in English. There has been a lot of karmic lesson for you guys. Okay, and that karmic lesson has taught you to understand this relationship better. Okay, you have come to the sense that you have to rebuild your karma again. You have to start working on that story which you had done wrong, Taurus. Okay, I'm not saying that you had done it on purpose, guys, but what I'm trying to say is the energy is there, that you know about it. Okay, and you cannot overlook that energy, because that energy has taught you that lesson, which now is giving you that push to make amends on that situation. And how do you make amends on that situation? Is by moving out of that toxicity, the darkness, the negativity, expanding your mind, throwing your mind open, opening your vision to understand your spiritual path as well, to know that it is time to move ahead, people, and build back your karma, build back that relationship in the right possible way. Because only when you can understand your karmic lesson, people, Taurus, that's when you understand everything else too, okay? And with regards to your story in here, people expect you now, or what I'm trying to say is the person you are in touch with, they expect you to move forward because they know that this is something that is you have learned, or they, even if they don't know it directly, but indirectly they know, that you have learned a big time learning lesson, and you know that. So your expectation, their expectation, your feelings are now that it's time to leave the bad stuff behind, walk away, build back that karma, put an end, kind of give yourself a metamorphosis, people. Excuse me. Give yourself a metamorphosis here, death and rebirth for you, people. And this is what your feelings is at this moment. You're looking for the truth, Taurus. You're searching for the truth of how you can make all this happen, where you can change their entire story in the right direction, in the right way. And that is something that is going to linger, because you are trying to amend something from a bad situation. You're trying to move into a good situation. You're trying to walk away from something very difficult that has hurt you. You have realized your learning karmic lesson, which is what now your expectation, your feelings, your attitude is to change the story completely turn it around, 360-degree people. Turn it around 360-degree, move away from that. And that is something, that you're really putting your best effort in, people. Excuse me. You're putting your best effort in. You're trying to come to terms with your own self-understanding. You're like literally digging deep into your soul, into your heart, into yourself to change this entire story from the past, people, and move forward in your life with regards to this relationship here, Taurus. All right? All right, let's move to you, cross-watcher, or the person you are in touch with, to see what their story in here is. Okay, I'm going to have to move the card a little bit on this side, people, so that you can see the cards as well. That's what I'm trying to do. Oops, this was here. Sorry, excuse me. All right. So as far as you are concerned, or it represents your partner's story in here. For sure, they have that story where universe is telling them that they do not have to go into that story of control issue with you anymore, Taurus, because you know why? The reason being, people, is that you have learned it yourself. So now, if somebody tries to put their 2 cents in you at this moment, you wouldn't like it. Because you're working on something more deep within your own soul and heart, people, Taurus. And because you're feeling somewhere there is a lot of sense of guilt as well. Feeling that feeling that you now need to move away from that. You need to change that whole story, whatever has taught you a lesson, wherever the pain, the suffering, the guilt. You're trying to move away. You're trying to transform the entire situation. So when you're doing so much of a work in here, Taurus, obviously you wouldn't like somebody coming and stepping into that space right now, right away. You know what I mean? So as far as you are concerned, or the person you are in touch with is concerned, people, they are waiting for some communication from you, Taurus, for sure. Okay? They are waiting for you to talk, to open up and talk about your situation in love in here with them, whoever it is. It could be an air sign you're in contact with. It could be an earth sign you're in contact with. Could be anybody, Taurus. Okay, but excuse me, but definitely this person is waiting for some hardcore truth, reality communication from your end, and they are waiting for that. Okay, they are waiting for that, and they are doing some soul searching also within themselves, to understand your story in here as well. Okay, they're trying to gather your story in their self too, because both of you guys definitely have a past life connection, is what I'm getting straight away with this chemistry card in here, guys, too. Okay, so they are waiting for that communication very desperately, people. So, and you're trying to understand how you want to communicate with them. Okay, so you see this connection in here, what is going on right now. So you're kind of playing with your mind, with your own self, not with other, with your own self-understanding. You're trying to come to the place of communicating, passing the right message to the person you love, right? And so that you can start rebuilding whatever you have lost. You don't want that to go down the drain. So you're also working hard on your communication skills, people, Taurus. But you're caught, because you're trying to change yourself, you're trying to change your attitude, you're trying to change the way you speak, your communication style, everything. And here this person is desperately waiting for you to open up and talk to them. They want to hear you speak up, people. And that is what they are waiting for, guys, while they are doing a lot of soul searching. Okay, and there is quite a lot of silence I'm getting from the other person you are in touch with. Taurus, they're not really making a big hoo-ha about this entire situation. They're being discreetly very silent about this situation, but they're waiting. Okay, they're waiting for you to come forward with the truth so that both of you guys can have a complete open conversation about whatever that needs to be now spoken out loud and clear from both ends, especially from your end, Taurus, is what I'm getting. All right? All right, let's move on to the third card in here, which is the connection card. Excuse me. Which is the connection card in here. Now, when we are talking about the connection card, people, it represents the characteristics that bring both you together. Okay? So with the connection card, people, right away what I'm getting is there is a wait moment here, people, with the connection card that brings you together, because something is changing here, people. Something big is changing here. Destiny, I would say. Destiny is at work in this connection, people. Okay, and it is just a matter of time when that destiny moves, when that wheel moves, and until the wheel moves, this connection is not going to take off, guys. Okay, so this wheel needs to move here, people. And the connection is, that's what I'm saying, this connection has to move. But right now, it looks to me there is a little bit of a halting process before this connection will actually take off, because there is a lot of passion in this connection, people. A lot of passion in this connection here, guys. A lot of flame, a lot of passion, a lot of grief as well, a lot of stress, a lot of burden, a lot of passion. But at the same time, this connection is at a stagnant situation at this point, because something has to end before the wheel moves in here, people. Something has to end here. Okay, so it's going to be a minute here, minute there, guys. But whatever this story is, there is a lot of goodness here. I don't see anything bad in here. So it's just a minute here and there, because something has to end before something moves, So that ending has to be, that cycle has to end. Okay, let's put it like that. A new cycle has to begin. And that is the one that the halt is here for. Okay, because of the beginning of a new cycle. So I have a feeling that you guys are caught in between a period of transition right now. Excuse me, a period of transition right now in your love relationship. And that is the reason why there is a kind of momentary halt at this point, where things are naturally kind of settling down here, or will settle down, people. Okay. Yeah, something has to end, people. Either it's a talk, a communication has to open up, which will close the old chapter, which will end the stress. That's what probably this person knows and is waiting for. So until that openness happens, you know what I mean? Until that thing really shoots off, this connection is kind of stuck somewhere here. Okay, nothing is moving right now until this entire story kind of a cycle comes to an end in here, people, with regards to your connection. All right. Now, the fourth card is the relationship that strengthens, and the qualities that are maintained in this relationship. What are the strength in this relationship? Look, people. The strength in this relationship is enormous, guys. Enormous, okay? And the qualities that you both need to maintain at the same point in time is telling me that you guys will have to remain, sorry, excuse me, you guys will have to remain very positive, okay? And be very positive by yourself, guys. And once you're positive, your qualities in your life will automatically start to roll in, okay? And this is for both of you guys. So be very positive and know that if you want, guys, if you people, both you people want it, things will work out, things will move, things will happen, but you will have to work on yourself too. I'm talking to both of you guys, Taurus and whoever the other person is, your partner here, okay? And you will have to maintain that decorum of balance, both you people in this relationship. It's very essential at this point in time that you're maintain that balance, because if either one of you lose that balance, this relationship will be kind of toppling again, okay? So both you people will have to maintain a firm hold on your self-balance, on your self-compassion, on your self-love, even for love, your self-love. Whatever is happening, but you need to love yourself, people, as well. I'm talking to both you guys, okay? And you have to remain positive. Be open to communication now, slowly. And when you're opening your communication, maintain that balance of harmony while you're talking to one another, okay? Don't jump over one situation. Don't make a big deal out of a situation. Maintain a very relative, balanced, cool, calm situation. That is the strength of your relationship, people. Both you guys can do this. Both you guys have that ability to do that. To maintain that balance, be positive about your communication and whatever you guys are going to manifest going forward. Be very positive about that. That is your strength. Remember. All right, let's look at your weakness in here for both of you people that needs to be addressed. Yeah. So again, as far as both of you guys are concerned, y'all both need to reconcile with one another, okay? Whenever this situation opens up, people, which will open up, okay? You'll need to reconcile from all that shame, all that guilt, and this is for both of you because this is your weakness. Remember, this is your strength, as I told you, and this is your weakness, people. If you cannot reconcile with your past situation, I'm talking to Taurus and the person you're in love with, then this situation will stop, not move forward, okay? So whatever has happened before, like I said, whatever has happened and whoever has done whatever, as I talked about Taurus in here right in the beginning, people, please, you will have to reconcile with that. Tell yourself that whatever that situation happened was not meant for you, was a bad nightmare, was a bad dream. Learn to forgive, learn to forget. I know it sounds a little different, people, but that's your weakness, because it looks to me that both you guys are very strict about the situation. You know, you all don't want to let that go. You're still hanging on, people. You're hanging on to that pain, to that guilt. You're still hanging on to that shame, to that whatever, that sorrow, that suffering. You're still hanging on to that behavioral pattern, people. You need to let that go, guys, please. Okay, you'll need to move away. Be in transition from a bad situation into knowing that your emotions are not worth all the pain and shame and guilt and sorrow anymore. You need to move further above and beyond that portion of your life, people. And until you can do that, until you can run your emotions in the right direction, this will be your weakness. You need to work on your emotional strength at this point in time. That will become your strength and not your weakness. So both you guys definitely have to move away from a bad portion of your life that had caused you a lot of emotional trauma, pain, grief, sorrow, whatever. You need to reconcile with that situation and come to your realization that life is waiting for you people, and you need to work on that immediately, ASAP. Okay, and so if you can do the transition for yourself with regards to your mental situation, people, using the right emotional output in here, things are going to settle down for you like there is no tomorrow. But if you stick on, people, to that old pain, guilt, grief, suffering, sorrow, whatever had been troubling you before, and if you stop yourself from moving forward or from transitioning out of that and from reconciling with yourself, with your situation, you will not be able to bring back that strength here. Because both of you guys do have that strength, people. Okay, and both of you, okay, this is what I'm getting, people, with the strength card, in this connection is both of you people have gone through major life learning lessons. Not just in this love situation, but both of you in the previous years or times have gone through major life learning lesson, which is where your strength is. You know yourself, people. Okay? You understand yourself better than anybody else does in here or will ever do. So you have to maintain that. You have to maintain your strength and walk out from that weakness of your emotional health and give your emotional health a better place to now stay in. Okay, please remember that. Now, the last deck in here, the last set of card in here, guys, is your true love card that will identify your relationship here, guys. Okay, whether it can be successful and also will focus on the areas that needs to be addressed for it to be even more successful, people. Okay, so this is a very strong connection, guys. Very strong connection, people. Okay, and there is every chance this relationship will not only blossom, will even acquire a place of dignity in both your lives, okay? It's a very strong connection, and it's a strong connection because it has, like I told you, it has a lot of passion in it. Okay, and this passion is what makes this connection or overcomes the weaknesses wherever there has been any weakness and will overcome, okay, with regards to emotions, people, for sure, 100%, okay. So which is where, people, this connection is definitely strong. Now, but remember, areas that need to be addressed will be your emotions, totally, okay. You cannot, like I told you here, that will be your weakness if you cannot address that emotion here, guys. The moment you can address that emotion or that emotional contact and not kind of play around with it, you know what I mean? You're good. You're good. Okay? Excuse me. So, it's a powerful connection. It's a very powerful connection, people. But it is where it needs to be addressed is with both your emotions in here. Okay, that needs to be balanced out very well. Like I told you here, that will be your weakness will become your strength. Your emotions will have to be balanced out very, very well before you guys can move in the right direction. So, yeah, it's a very powerful connection, people. It's a very strong connection because the energy that is involved in this connection is extremely powerful. Okay, but the issue that needs to be balanced out and addressed to is with your emotions. Absolutely, that absolutely has to be prioritized in this connection, because if one or both of you are not able to prioritize that emotion, or the emotional output, this connection will suffer. Okay, and that is the reason. This is a beautiful connection, people. Taurus, I'm talking to you guys. So make sure, people, please take this advice, because tarot card reading is not about your conclusion, it's about your energies, remember. So, whatever energies I'm getting is whatever I'm trying to guide you through it, so that you can move forward in the right emotional way, in the right with the right emotional contact, and strengthen yourself more, so that this connection becomes even more strong. You know what I mean? So it's not about whether you guys will get married, you all will get kids, and you all will have a happy-go-lucky life. It's not about that. Tarot is not about that. Tarot is about energies. Please try to understand. And these energies are with both of you. So if you can take this time and use these energies now, you are at a benefit of gaining everything back in the right way. Okay, the bottom of the deck, people, is the Knight of Cups in here. Look, so it's all about emotions, guys, and there is a lot of love too, people. There is a lot of love in this connection, so please work this energy in the right way. Okay, I'm going to ask for whatever conclusion I should say. I don't know. Wow, it's all coming out. Hold on. Too many cards. Okay. Communication right away. shadow work. Okay. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to laugh, but you know why it's so funny? It's because of this. Okay, somebody is desperately saying, come on man, talk, like enough is enough, you know what I mean? So somebody is waiting, and here it is. My spirit talks about communication right away, because there is a lot of shadow work, people, which is what the divine timing has been all about, and it's coming into the place, people, because action, and you have received, somebody is taking action on the messages they have received, and there is the release card at the bottom. So it tells me clearly now, whether it's you, Taurus, both of you, or just you, Taurus, doesn't matter. Communication will happen. Somebody is working on their self, and this is a divine timing when there is a lot of work being done, because what's going to happen is action is coming in, people, with the communication, with the messages, with the learning lessons that have happened in here or will be happening in here, people. Okay, and there is going to be a lot of release as well with regards to situations, whatever that situation had been, people. Release. Okay, we got release, we got crossroad, we got devotion in here. Okay, so somebody had been stuck in this connection, people. Somebody had not been able to give this connection the right direction before, which is going to end, people, which is going to come to an end, guys. Okay, that's going to be released, because somebody will come forward with their right attitude, with their right story, with the right communication, because somebody has been the dark night of the soul in here as well. Okay, and divine timing has given them that story to work on their own self too, people, so that moving forward they can take action in the right way with the messages they have received from this divine timing and the shadow work in here. Okay, so they are taking that time to prepare themselves, to work on themselves, which they have done all this while, so that they can move forward in the right direction towards this connection, towards the place they want to be with their partner in love. Okay, enjoy this reading. I love this reading, Taurus. Another thing, no, I don't do personal readings. And this is not because of anything, but it's my belief that spiritual part of this story cannot be monitored with monetary causes. Okay, this is just me, guys. Okay, So whatever I'm doing is for everybody. If you benefit a little out of it with your blessings, with your good wishes, that's my earning, people. That's what I look forward to. Okay. And I this is something I do because it's my passion, not because somebody has told me, not because I have um, been forced into, you know what I mean? But no, this is my passion. This is my life. I love it. Okay. So, and this is with regards to a lot of queries email I get from you people. So I just want to make it very clear that no, I don't do personal readings, but whatever blessings I receive from you guys is definitely my earning. Okay. Thank you so much. Namaste. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you once again.